taking out... Oh, not taking out that cannon. So that's a lot of muta, though. So now those mutas are going to go in and start harassing, I would hope. And I actually think Backho might be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to catch those zealots in transit and take them out pretty easily. Because, again, that is a lot of muta. Or, no, he's not even... Ooh, a lot of cannons going down now. So it looks like Backho is doing his best to compensate for his lack of preparedness for this muta harassment. But, oh, man, that Archon is taking out so many mutas. And GGPlay just right there. That could have been a game-turning event. He just lost a ton of units there to take out basically a cannon or two and an Archon. That really was not worth the loss that he just incurred. That was a ton of minerals just wasted, minerals and gas, compared to the 100 minerals, 300 gas of the Archon. And now with all those cannons, that muta harassment is not going to be able to do much there anyway. He could harass those gateways a bit, trying to get that expansion back down now. And it looks like Backho's other expansion is pretty much about to be up and running. Stay away from the Archons. What are you doing, GGPlay? Okay, run around them. Very good. See, you can outrun the Archons, so that is the way to go. Lurker's coming out now, which is good because he had weak Hydras. So basically, when you morph the Lurkers, you get full hit points back. So those Lurkers are now morphed, and I don't see any observers out for Backho. And I don't know if Backho... Well, he should expect this because he saw the Hydras when he was attacking the base. So if he doesn't have observers now, he should have them momentarily. And Lurker's going down and taking out a whopping 1 Zealot. So if he didn't know, he does now. And still, a lot of cannons there. So those Lurkers won't be too effective in attacking. They're going to be more of a defensive unit for GGPlay at the moment until he can figure out a better way to make use of them. But an effective unit nonetheless, especially against Zealots. Zealots have to run in through the spikes, so they take a ton of hits on those. And ooh, he's running around. But the Overlord sees him, so he should be prepared for this. And it looks like he's going to have at least 3 Lurkers at that expansion. But it's the other expansion that he's got to worry about again. But the Overlord's going to see that too, and I don't think he will get there back in time to defend this. Again, those Zealots will easily, if he attacks, those Zealots should take out that expansion. Now he's going, and he's got the Archon on the ridge to block everything up. But again, those Zealots will take out everything before he even gets there. Yeah, they just rip apart that hatchery. And GGPlay, just a Lurker or two there would have done a ton of damage. But for some reason, he opted to not do that. Ooh, but in the meantime, planting a Lurker in the back minerals of Backho. So, rendering that expansion half useless, but still, he's getting gas, which is very important. So, it's not going to be too bad. DT now taking out a bunch of drones. Ooh. Looks like he took out 4, maybe 5 drones there. But that Lurker still wreaking havoc in the minerals of that base. Single Lurker. And here we see more Lings just going in and trying to stop an inspection before it ever starts up. And doesn't look like, yeah, it's going to have to be canceled by Backho. He had no units there to defend that. He should take out that probe, though, so it doesn't just start rebuilding it there, because he didn't incur much loss other than canceling building costs. And there we see the robotics facility and the observers, so hopefully GGPlay will realize that he has to scourge them. Backho on the... Oh, man, that is a lot of Zealots going after 1 Lurker, and they're dead. But the Lurker looks like it got a probe still anyway, so very effective Lurker there. 3 evolution chambers now, so he's going full upgrades, and I'm guessing that he's going to go for Ultras, because he keeps trying to get that 4th expansion up, but he can't get it up, so he's having trouble sustaining it. And those Zealots are going back there, again, kind of expecting him to try to get that expansion back up and running. They're going to find nothing there, so, which doesn't really matter. No loss at that point. And it looks like GGPlay is finally going in to do some harassment. A lot of Zealots, holy crap. But, oh, and GGPlay has full free reign at the back of that mineral base. And there we see the Lurkers doing exactly what they got to do. And that mineral... That main base of Backho is just getting destroyed. Wow. Actually, I'd probably try to take out those other 2 cannons. Well, maybe not. Take out those 2 pylons supporting all those gateways, and you'll stop production for a little bit. So, GGPlay has some options, but man, there are a crap load of zealots out on the field. I don't know how many lurkers he has exactly, and he does take out those cannons. Very, very effective. Go take out the Templar Archive. What are you doing? Go back. And here we see some desperate micro. Oh, with only an Archon, he is not going to be able to defend those observers. So, GGPlay, that's a perfect defense right there. Lurkers with against just zealots. Who do you think's going to win with no observer? And obviously, the lurkers. And now, GGPlay stopping another expansion. So Backho having a lot of trouble getting his economy up and running. Now that he lost his main base mining, and now he's losing more probes at one of his expansions, but the cannons are going to fend off that mineral expansion for a little bit because GGPlay doesn't want to incur too many losses from there. But still, look, there we have the Archon versus the Mutas, and guess what? Mutas will outrun the Archon around the buildings. So let's see, and he's going to take out some more probes, another 2 or 3 right there too, and let's see if he decides to try to go after the other expansion at all. I don't know. Oh, get the Archon before it morphs. No, he's gonna take some free shots on those zealots though. And so Backho, he's just got no anti-air defense, man. What are you doing? Just those Archons, which are not proving to be very effective at all. And all those cannons, but at the wrong spot, man. They're not behind your base. They're in front of it. So, here we go. Take out those cannons. What are you doing? No. And here we see the micro versus the Archon again. Just the Archon not able to do anything. Still, an absolute crap ton of zealots, but still, they're not able to do anything. And those Mutas are just picking off so many probes little by little. I mean, he is just chopping away them. In the meantime, GGPlay is just building up his forces, and there we see the hive, so he's got crack, and I'm sure he's going to be going in very shortly against this attack, but those Archons are very effective against Lings, and depending on their upgrades, if they have, I think, 2 upgrades, they will one-shot Lings, and that, my friends, is not good for Zerglings. They get basically turned into Zergling soup, and if you ever want to beat someone who's going cracklings in your Protoss and they don't have air, just go Archons and Zealots. You will destroy them. Or Reavers if you really want, but Reavers actually can be a little slow in creating Scarabs. Archons and Zealots work fantastic. Of course, keep the Archons behind the Zealots and you'll be okay. And here we see it. But with the Lurkers thrown in there, that defense is not going to hold at all. And trying to put down an expansion at the same time, it looks like Backho is going to come out ahead here. No, he's not. He's going to be forced back. Lack of ranged units is not going to be able to do a lot of good fighting those Lurkers and Hydras and Lings. They'll be able to take care of the Lings okay, but that's about it. In the meantime, those Mutas are just taking out anything that Backho tries to put down without protection of Archons. And now going into the main base, and he's got observers, so he's actually going to do a pretty good job, but those cracklings and lurkers are just ripping those zealots apart.